A landmark headline from the EPA this morning, now banning 2 chemicals linked with cancer. It represents a bittersweet step forward for U.S. veterans and Camp Lejeune families. And now some U.S. military personnel are responding. NewsNation's Natasha Zuvez has this story for us and joins us now with more. Natasha, what more have you learned?
Yeah, hi there, Marni. So many military families and others absolutely devastated by the contaminated tap water at the Marine Corps base at Camp Lejeune. And now, all of these years later, the EPA is finally announcing a ban on all uses of 2 toxic chemicals linked with cancer, both chemicals present at that base.
Remember vividly going to the water fountain. You knew it was cold water. You put it in your canteen and you were good for the day. And it was poison the entire time.
That is Marine vet Peter Romano, who was just 17 when he joined. He was so young, his parents had to sign him in. He served at Camp Lejeune for 2 years and developed testicular cancer by the time he was 22 years old. This is his reaction to the EPA ban.
Took them long enough, right? I mean, it's just one of those things that I wish this could have happened 40 years ago. Well, I honestly think we knew the same information back then as we do now, but we finally did something about it.
The EPA now banning the use of 2 cancer-causing solvents, TCE, that's used as an industrial degreaser, and PCE, often used in dry cleaning. Another man, retired Marine Corps Master Sergeant Jerry Ensminger, was stationed for many years at the base. His daughter, Janie, was conceived at Camp Lejeune. She died of leukemia in 1985 at the age of 9 years old. And he is now saying in part, quote, "We, along with the estimated 1 million Marines, their families, and base employees exposed aboard the base from 1953 to 1987, welcome the news that the EPA has finally decided to implement a permanent ban on the organic solvent TCE. There exists a long history of political interference supported by industry, of blocking the EPA's ability to protect the environment and public health. The future of our children and the health of our country vastly outweighs the needs of the almighty dollar." Peter Romano says he and other veterans have noticed NewsNation spotlighting the issue of contamination harming Americans and the push for government accountability and transparency. NewsNation's recent special, Growing Broke: Forever Chemicals in America's Heartland, focusing in on another class of cancer-linked chemicals called forever chemicals, being spread in tainted fertilizer on farmland in all 50 states.
I'm grateful for NewsNation doing this because it brings to light America's mistakes that we have made on our own people. And let's hope that people that are watching the special, people that are watching this, are going to one day say, this is never going to happen to us again, because we're going to take care of each other.
And of course, the chemicals in this new EPA ban don't just impact military families, but all of us, Marni. And the why now has everything to do with the current administration wanting to push this ban through before the transition coming up in January. Marni.
Yeah, so appreciate you highlighting it, Natasha. Thank you. And that full NewsNation special, Growing Broke: Forever Chemicals in America's Heartland, is on NewsNation's YouTube page. We encourage you to go check it out. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.